Hello guys, welcome to my this Angular tutorial, and in this Angular tutorial I will show you this currency change drop down. So guys, here main thing is I have written all the code is custom code. So here you can see custom code, and main thing I want to show you the functionality, how it works in Angular. Okay, we can do that in JavaScript jQuery, but here I will show in Angular. And now guys, first of all I will show the preview. So if I load the page, so first of all it will show here the default selected is AUD currency code, and now if I click here, so the drop down will be open, and here you can see I'm hovering on the currency code. So you can see it's added a red color background, and if I now click here, so you can see it's changed to GBP, and now you can see the red color is selected onto GBP. I mean, where I will click, so it will be selected the background color, and here the data will be changed. And now again if I click the euro, so you can see it's changed. And now if I click here, so the drop down is removed here. So all the things I have written in custom. So here I will show you how you can do that, and this is very important thing. All the maximum time all the website it's needed that, and not only the currency code change drop down. Here if you know about the functionality, so you can implement another drop down or any other things to use this concept. Okay, so it's a very important. So hope guys you will be enjoyed to watch this video. So keep continue, don't skip this video. So now I will open my code editor. So guys, here I open my code editor, and here you can see I open inside this code editor. You can see I open home component HTML, home component CSS, and home component TS file, because guys I want to implement this drop down in my home component.html file. But if you want to implement in any other component, so you can open that, it's not important. Okay, so you open whatever component you want to implement this one, so you open that, and now I will open I have opened this home component.html file. And now first of all I will make a design, and everything is important. So here I'm not focused on mainly in design part, just I will focus on the functionality. But design is important because at the time to design, here something I will create dynamically. Dynamically means array. Okay, so let's see, then you can understand. So no, you don't skip anything. Okay, so here now first of all I will write deep class container. So container, you know guys, container is the bootstrap class. It's this class including some space from left and right. Okay, so now here I will write another deep class, and deep class is main. Okay, so class name you can write as per your choice. Okay, it's not a mandatory. So whatever class name you will write here, so CSS same you have to be right on this class name. Okay, so class name is not a mandatory. You can put instead of main anything as per your choice. So now I have written main, and now just here I will write image source, and all the country image I have already stored in my asset folder. So here now just I will add the path. So dot slash, again dot slash, and inside this assets folder, so you can see I have added some images. So image 1, image 2, these are the country images whatever I had shown you. So first of all I will select this one, and now this alter tag I will write the alter is image 1, and close the angle braces. And now the currency code is first of all USD. So this one if I see save, so now you can see here, you can see that. So this is the our main thing. I mean here when I will click here, so the drop down will be open here. Okay, so now I will create the drop down. So outside this main class, just here I will create the drop down. So deep class, here I will write content. So again I'm saying class name you can write as per your choice, and now here I will write UL tag, and inside this UL tag I will write li tag, and inside this li tag again I will write image source, and again I will add the path assets, and first of all I will select the first image, and now alter is img1. so you can write alter name as per your choice. This is for SEO purpose. I mean when suppose our image is missing here, so that time it will not be shown blank, it will just shown here the alter tag. So it's important at the time to SEO part. So we should write alter tag every time when we will use image tag. So it's a good practice. And now here the currency code is euro. Okay, save. So now first of all I will show you that. So here you can see this is our main. I mean, when I will click here, so that it will be open from here. So here I missed here. So first of all it will be USD. So I mistakenly I had written here euro first of all. So it will be USD, and then just I will change the image name image2, because at the name of image2 I have shown the another country image, and alter tag I will write the image2, and here I will write euro. So now if I shown here, so it will be clear to what I want to show. So you can see that. So these are the container. I mean, when first of all this thing will be hide from here. When I will click the here, so that time it will be open. So this way I will add another two. Here already I have added two country code, so I will add another two, that is here I will write image3, and alter tag is also a image3, and now the country code is GBP, and now here I will add another more. So now here is the image4, and alter tag is 4, and now instead of GBP here I will write AUD. Okay, so now I will show you that. So now you can see that. So now just I will make a proper design. Proper means it's not actually good design, but here our main focus on functionality. So just I will, so here just I will add some CSS. Okay, so here I will write first of all main. So I will add some CSS property here. So first of all background color. So background color is F is the white color, and now when I will hover it, so color panel will be open, and now I can choose any color. So I have selected this color, and now here I will write border. So border is 1 pixel solid, and I will add some border. So border will be more dark than background color, so I will select this color. Okay, and now it's selected, and width I will select here 130 pixel, and now cursor is the pointer. So now let's see. So here you can see that it's added like this way. So here one more thing I will add, that is padding. Padding is 10 pixels. So you can see that now. And now I will make a design about this content. So here I will write content. So I will copy this content class, and now paste. And now first of all here I will add background, and border will be the same of this content, and here cursor everything will be the same from here. Okay, so you can see now, you can see that everything is same here. And now just li tag I will make a design of the li tag. So here you can see that is the dot. Every li tag here is the dot. So I don't know, I don't want to add this dot, so just I will remove this dot. So first of all I will copy this content and ul tag, because inside this content class you can see first ul, after that li. So first I will add some css in ul. So padding is 0 and margin is 0, because I don't want to keep it padding and margin inside this ul tag. So I have add some css property, that is 0, and now I will make the design is ul tag. So where I have added ul li, because first of all parent content class is the parent, after that ul child, after that li. That means first child is ul, then li, then li's parent is ul, and ul's parent is content. So this way I have written this, and now here I will add some css. So first of all list style type, because I don't want to show this dot, so list style type none. So if I save and if I show here, so you will find the type is removed from here. And now here I will add some padding. So padding is 10 pixel, and now I will add border. So border I will be write the same whatever I have written here. So just I will copy from here, and here I will paste. So now first of all I will check it once. So you can see that. Okay, so now here border I want to add only bottom. So bottom, and guys, one thing I will add, I will remove, that is I have added a padding in this content. So if I show here, so you can see the border, it's added, but in the left and right is the added some space. You can see here and here it's added some space. So for that, because this content class I have added a padding, so this padding I will remove from here, because already I have added padding in this li tag. So for that I don't need there. So you can see that now it's perfect. And now here when I will hover it, so I will add some background color. So for that, just here I will write and hover, and I will add background. So background color is FFF, and now I will hover, so color panel will be open, and now here I can choose the color. So I will add some reddish color. So here I will move here. So now this color is perfect. And now if I show here, so you can see when I'm hovering on it, so you can see it's added some red color. And now guys, here I will add another class, that is dot active. So this color, I mean, first of all I will add the same color, and then I will show why is active. Active means guys, when I will click any li tag, so that time this red color will be active. So guys, now when I will click any li tag, that means suppose if I click this euro li tag, so that time the active class will be added here. And now if I click this AOD or any li tag, I mean which li tag I will click, so active class will be added this li tag, and that means here it will be added the background color red, and that will, I mean that active color functionality, this one I will write when I will work on the functionality. So now I will go to work on the functionality, because you can see here design part is almost completed, and it's not a good design, but it's okay for that, because here I will show only the functionalities. And now, so now I will start to the functionality. So first of all, here you can see the main, I mean when I will click this main, that means here I will show this one. So when I will click here, so the drop down will be show and hide. So for that, here I have to write a click method. So I will write parenthesis and click, and equals to, and the method name I will write drop down open and parenthesis. So this is the syntax to write a method. So you can write any name of the method, but click here you have to be right click, you cannot change here, because when I will click this main tag, so that time the drop down will be open and close. So that's why you have to be right click, you cannot change here, but method name you can write as per your choice. And now guys, I will copy here, and I will go to TS file, and just here I will paste and calibers. And now here this content class will be show and hide. So for that guys, here I want to show one thing, that is in the JavaScript we write style dot display equals to block, style dot display equals to none. This way we show and hide, and in jQuery there are the simple toggle class we can show hide. Otherwise we can write show and dot show parenthesis dot hide parenthesis. This way they are the pre-default, but Angular provides us the define method. So define means guys, here we write ng if equals to, and we write a variable. So variable name we can write content change, okay, no, content drop down. Variable name you can write anything as per your choice, but here I have written content drop down. So we can do show and hide like this way. Here is the variable and here is the if condition. Okay, so this variable we write true and false. When it's false, that means this div is false. When this variable will be true, so that time this variable will be true, that means it will be show. True means show, false means hide. So and true and false is the type of boolean. Okay, so if you have a basic knowledge of JavaScript, so you will be know that true and false is the type of boolean. So I have already copied this variable, and just here I will paste, and I will set the type is boolean. Boolean equals to false, because first of all this div will be false. So I will save here also, and now I will go. So you can see this div is height, because I have set here this variable as a false. So first time this variable will be false. False means I told you height. This is the Angular method. We show and hide any element this way in Angular. If I write suppose true, so you will find here this div is showing here because it's a true. True means so, hide means false. So now here I will write pre-default false, and when I will click this main, so that time this div will be show pre-default false. When I will click here, so that time it will be show. So how we can do that? So just this dot content drop down, I mean this variable here, this variable I will change the type is true. And why I use this here? Because when we want to access anything from globally, so that time for accessing this one we write this keyword. Globally means outside this function. So here is the function and this variable outside this function. So when we want to access this variable, so we write this keyword because this variable is globally. When we try to access globally anything, so that time we use. So now guys, I think you have understand when we use this keyword. When we and globally means outside this function. So this is outside of this function, and we want trying to access from inside. So that's why this. How you have understand. So now I will show you here. So I have just saved, and so first of all pre-default is false. That means the div is height. When I will click, so you can see it's showing. And here I have to write another thing, that is when I will click here again, so that time it will be height. So in the JavaScript we write if and else condition. So here you can write that like this way. Just I'm giving you the brief idea. So you can write this way, like suppose if it's a true, so that time it will be false. And here I will remove this one, and inside this else part we can write true. So this way you can do that. I mean if this div it's first of all true, so it will be false, otherwise it will be true. So you can write if and else condition this way for showing and hide. But guys, here we have a sort method. Sort method is, guys, we can write this way, like this dot content drop down equals to not equals to this dot content drop down. So this is same like if else. I mean first of all if is the true, then it will be false. So if I save and show you, so you can see first of all pre-default is div is false because here pre-default is false. After that we have write same like if else condition. In it's the same like if else condition we can use this way. So now if I click, it's showing. If I click again, it's height. So first functionality I have done here. And now the second thing means, guys, I will show again, that is when I will click here, so here it will be added active class, and when I will which I will be click, that will be added here. So now for that, first of all this data, this li tag I have added static, but suppose this comes from API, so here I will show you the dynamically. So guys, suppose this data it's not static, it's coming from API. So for that, here I don't have API, but this I will make a array. This will like be area API. Okay, so you know guys, when we get any data from API, that comes in a array format. So same way, if I will create an array, so here I will create an array, and the array type is any equals to array and here multiple object, because you can see that image, alter tag, USD. So for that here is the multiple object. So here I will create multiple object. So first of all, source is this. I will first of all I will define alter is blank and this USD. So I will write here name is blank, and so everything I will write ID. Okay, so first I will write ID is 0. So why I have written ID 0? So you can see it next, so don't skip this. I will explain next, that is why I have written ID 0. I can start from here 1 also, but I have written 0. So why I will show you that next. And now guys, first of all, this image I will not write static here. So I will write here inside this source and alter tag. So here is the alter tag, this one. So I will cut from here and I will paste here, and another thing, that is name. So I will cut from here name and I will paste here. So now suppose this one, when we get any data from API, so that comes like this way in a API. So here I don't have API, so I have created an array in TS file. So now again I will copy this one and here I will paste. Just I will change the ID is 1, and I will change the image. So guys, image name is 2, because you can see here image name is 2 and alter tag is euro. So in the same way I will create more than 2 more array object. Here I will add comma, and ID here is 1, so here it will be 2, and image is 3, and here okay, alter tag I forgot to change. Here alter tag will be 2 and here alter tag will be 3, and the name is, third number is GBP. So here GBP, and I will create one more. So I will copy, comma, paste. So ID is 3 and image is 4, because you can see here just image 2, 3, 4. This way I have saved all the images, so that's why I have written, just I'm changing the name 4, and alter tag is 4, and here is a AUD. You can see here AUD. Okay, so now I have created a array. So it's the same like API. When we get any data from API, so that time we get is array format. So that's why I have created this array. Okay, so this one, so I will just minimize it, save. Now guys, for showing this array in my li tag, now li tag is static. So for showing this array in li tag, just I have to do one thing. I will remove all the li tag, okay, excepting first. And now this array I have to be bind inside this li tag here. So how we can do that? Just here we can write ng for low, and here now let is the keyword, you know, it's a keyword for defining a variable. So guys, if you want to know about let, var, const, so I have already made a video in JavaScript tutorial, so you can check my playlist in JavaScript. So you will find let, var and const defined there. I have shown you practically example, and it will be more clear and it will be more understandable. Okay, so you can check that video. Okay, so now let I will write a variable, because I told you let is the keyword for defining a variable. So I define the variable name is ARR. So ARR of this array variable. Okay, so now guys, this array variables data means all the object. So all the object of this array variable I have assigned inside this ARR variable. You can see here ARR of array. So that means array variables, all the object, I mean whatever data I have written inside this array variable, so that I now assign inside this ARR. So now I can bind like this way, ARR dot this source. I don't need ID now, so I will bind the source, because inside this source I have bind this source. That means inside this source property I am adding this image, and here is the multiple object, so that's why I have added for loop. So that means it will be increase one by one. So and now in same way inside this alter tag, ARR variable, ARR means this variable dot this alter tag, and now ARR dot here the currency code is name. So I will copy this one and I will paste here. So now I will save. So now you can see everything will be looped one by one, this li, and here it will be looped, bind and looped this source, alter tag and name. So if I click, so you can see it's binded here. Okay, now when I will click this any euro, so that will be added here. So but before that, here you can see pre-default I have said here USD. Pre-default means first one here. So here I have set pre-default USD and the country image. So for that guys, here just I will inside this source tab. So now guys, here just I will write a property, okay, sorry, variable. So the variable name is source v, variable. Variable name you can write anything. So here I have written source variable, that will be easy to understand, that is variable. Okay, and the same way inside this alter tag I will write alter variable. Okay, and here I will write name variable. So and this variable, when we bind any data of the variables, so we write inside this curly braces. So here I will add curly braces, and also here I will add curly braces, and this one is the name variable. So inside this source variable pre-default, I will just minimize this array, and now here I will paste this source variable, and type is string. And inside this source variable, first of all, pre-default I had set the first image, alter tag first image 1, and the name was USD. So pre-default here I will set the first image. First of all I will show that is you will find here is nothing. Just wait guys, if I save here, it's showing error because I just here I have written the variable name, but I didn't assign in my TS file. So first of all here I will write string and the variable is blank. Okay, and the same way name variable I will copy from here, paste, type is string, and first of all I will keep it blank, and here also I will keep it blank. So you will find it's a nothing, blank, you can see, because the first I have set all the variable is blank. But now I will assign the first image here, and the alter tag is first, and the name is USD. Now I will minimize it. I had copied here and now paste here. So now it will be pre-default, this one I will set. So this USD pre-default set here. Now when I will click anything, so it will be changed here. So for that, these are the li tag. So when I will click any li tag, so that means I have to be write the click method inside this li tag, because when I will click any li tag, so then I will perform anything. So for that the click method I have to be write inside this li tag. So that means here. So here I will write click, and click is type method name is change change code, okay, parenthesis. And now guys, inside this parenthesis, suppose if I pass this array, and now I will copy this one, save, and here I will define this, and instead of array you can pass anything that will be denote this array. I mean, here you have passed arr means this ar, but here you can pass anything, you can pass e, that will be fine. This, when you will pass anything here, that will be denotes this arr, and this arr means this one. So suppose now if I pass suppose I will pass arr, okay, and now I will set the type is any. And now if I console.log arr, okay, save, and I will open inspect because I added console log, and now click, and now suppose if I click any li tag, so when I'm clicking this euro, so you can see I'm getting all the things of euro. You can see here it's a name euro, image too, and now if I click USD, so you can see that time I'm getting USD, everything here. So because guys, I have stored all the data of this array inside this arr variables, and now this arr variable I called here. So when I'm clicking any li tag, that's, so now guys, here we can do one thing, that is inside this arr tag I'm getting all the object. So first of all here, okay, so this dot this, I told you when we use this quad, when we want to access the global variable. So now here this one is a global variable, and I'm trying to access inside this function, so I have added this quad. So this dot here, and here I will write arr dot source, because guys I will show you again, that is when I will click this any li tag, so I'm getting id, source, alter, name. So first of all, this variable I call inside this source. So for that I have added arr dot source here inside this variable, and now this dot alter variable. So inside this alter variable I will write this alter, sorry, arr dot alter, and now this dot name variable equals to arr dot name. Name means this one. So now you can see, I will save here and close. So you can see when I will click, so you can see it's changed. When I'm clicking AOD, so you can change here, because here I have assigned the variable, and inside this variable just I am storing which object I'm getting here. So arr dot source, arr dot alter, so every variable I have stored this whatever I'm getting. So that's why it's added here. So you can see, so this functionality is done now, and now I have to be do, when I will click any li tag, so that time it will be selected this red background color. So this background color name I have added inside this active class. So for that, just here inside this li tag, here first of all I will show, that is here I will write colon and index as I. This index as I means it's a I will start from 0, and I will be count the array of length. In the for loop we write, in the for loop, just if I show here, when we write for loop, so that time we write let I equals to 0, and I will be count this dot length this way. So this is a for loop also. So if I show here, So you can see this is the for loop. So when I have written this for loop inside this template, so for that here this is the syntax to write a I. Okay, if I say simply, so this is the syntax. So that time I will be looped one by one. So I will start from 0 because index as I. So I will start from 0 and it will go to 1 2 3 4 up to array dot length. So array object, I have 4 objects. So you can see 0 1 2 3, that means 4 object. I start from 0, so that's why it ends up after 3 up to 3. But if I show here 1 2 3 4 objects, so I will be go up to 4, I mean 3, because I will start from 0. So 0 1 2 3, that means I will go to up to 3. So now here I will bind the class. Okay, so class dot this active class. So I will copy this active class and I will paste here. So this active class, suppose if I write this active class will be activate when I equals to 0. So that means when I is 0, so you can see the first is 0, then 1 2 3. So here I have said when I is will be 0, that time I have bind this active class. So that's why it's default added here. Suppose guys, now if I write 2 and save, so you can see here the change. So you can see I is here. Okay, so it's a 2 because you can see 0 1 2. So that's why it is default selected here. So we can do one thing, instead of write here default, we can write a variable, that is color variable. Okay, so this color variable I will copy and just here I will paste, and first of all type is number, and here if I bind like this way, so this color variable I have set is 0 here. So that time it will be bind same way. You can see it's default here because I have set this variable first time is 0, and this variable I called here I TPL equals to, when I have written here 0, instead of that I have written here a variable and this variable value is 0. And the same way if I write 2, so it will find the selected here same way. So now guys, I can do one thing. First of all I will set 0 because first of all it's default USD, so that time I have to be added this active class first one, I mean in USD. So I have written first of all this variable is 0, and after that when I will click this change code, I mean change code where I have called inside this li tag. So when I will click in which li tag, so that time this dot this color variable, I mean this color variable, so this color variable's number I will be changed. So here first is 0 1 2 3. Okay, so this way, so this here I have set the ID. First is 0, that means first li tag is ID is 0, second 1 third 4. So this way I have set ID here, you can see. So now if I set here arr dot id, that means when I will click which li tag, so that id I will get here. So suppose if I click this li tag last one, so last one's id is, you can see 3, and so this id I'm storing inside this color variable. So that means this color variable will be 3 because when I will click the last one, last li tag, so I have set the last li tag id is 3. So this id 3 is will be stored here. So that time this color variable will be 3, and here is the I equals to this color variable. That means when I equals to 3, so that time inside this number 3 li tag this class will be activated. So hope guys you have understand whatever I have done here. If you have get any you are getting any confusion here, so you can write a comment in the comment section. I will try to solve your doubt. Okay, so now here I will show the preview. So pre-default here it's selected first one because here is the USD. Now if I click this, so you can see it's changed the data here and it's default selected here. Suppose click, so you can change, and this one, so you can see this way. Okay, and now guys if I want to add another functionality, that is when after selecting any currency code, so this drop down will be closed also. So for that we can do this content variable I have to be false here. So this content variable is false, so that means when I will click any li tag, so this content variable will be false. So now this, suppose I have selected here, so you can see it data is changed and drop down is hide from here. Again if I select USD, so it's changed and drop down is hide. So hope guys you have understand the functionality, and after to use this functionality you can do many types of things, and hope you have enjoyed this video. And guys if you find this video is helpful, so don't forget to like this video, and if you want to get more this type of video, so please subscribe and press the notification bell icon. So guys if you press the notification bell icon, so when I will upload any video, so that notification will reach up to you. So don't forget to press notification bell icon. And guys here if you find this video is helpful and if you want to get more Angular videos, so please write a comment. Okay, so I will upload another one. So hope guys you have enjoyed this video.